Are you ever at work and you're just counting the days, minutes, and seconds till you could just get out of work and go on your vacation? That was me when I was a nurse, and I'm here to tell you why counting down the days till vacation and going on vacation might help with stress temporarily, but won't actually help to relieve stress in the long run. So if you're finding that you enjoy going on vacations or you enjoy doing things like massages, you might be wondering, why is it that even though I go on a trip, when I come back to work, it's like I want to go on another vacation all over again? And this was the cycle that I was in when I was a psychiatric nurse in the hospital. I'd be going on vacation, and even if it was 1 week, 2 weeks, even a few weeks, the minute I'd come back to the unit, I'd feel so stressed all over again, and it was just so frustrating because I was just upset and I didn't know how to get out of the cycle. That was when I learned something that changed my life forever. So a quote that changed my perspective on this forever was from a book called Burnout, which is a book written by Emily and Amelia Nagoski, who are sisters. So what they said is, just because you've dealt with the stressor doesn't mean you've dealt with the stress. And what that means is, just because you've left your workplace, you've gone on vacation, you're not around the trigger or the stressor anymore, that does not mean you've actually dealt with the stress your body is feeling. A lot of us think stress is just something that comes and goes, and as long as we're not around the stressful thing, we're going to be fine. But that is not true. How do I know that's not true? Well, when I went on vacation, I was still stressed out. I'd be on vacation and I'd be so anxious thinking about, oh my gosh, this isn't going to last forever. I'm going to go back to work soon. I'm going to feel bad again when I go back to work. So I kept being stressed even though I was on vacation. So why is this the case even though I wasn't at work? It's because just because the stressor is gone, it means I didn't actually deal with stress itself and how the stress was impacting my body. Stress is a physiological phenomenon that lives in the body. You can't outthink your stress. How do we know this? We know this because when we are in stress mode and we are trying to run away from something threatening, like a saber-toothed tiger running after us back in the day when we were cavemen, we physiologically had to run away from the stressor. So your heart rate will increase when you're stressed out. You're going to start sweating. Your breath will be a little bit more shallow. Your pupils will dilate. And you'll have more muscle tension to help you run away from the stressor or to help you fight it. There's also the freeze response that helps you basically, when you get too overwhelmed with stress, it helps you collapse and reserve your energy so that you could be safe. In this video, we're going to talk specifically about the fight or flight response. So what I want to say is, when you're in that fight or flight response, when you're stressed out, you have more energy, you have more blood sugar, your muscles tense up, and you're getting ready to run away from danger or to fight the stressor. However, if you don't know how to calm the body down and how to actually let your body know that the stressor is gone, that the stressor is safe, you're still going to be locked in that stress mode until you complete what the Nagoski sisters call the stress cycle. So a lot of people don't know about the stress cycle, so I want to share it with you so you can have more context on why your stress is still around. The stress cycle starts with the stressor itself. So let's say you're at work, you have a boss that's sort of on your case about a deadline. So you have this boss here that's triggering the cycle. Now you start to feel stressed. So your boss is here triggering the cycle. And then now you're here and your stress response is activated. Maybe you're starting to sweat, or your heart is starting to beat more quickly. Maybe you're starting to breathe more shallowly because you're trying to finish this work deadline. You're trying to finish this project by your work deadline. And you have this physiological response, and it's activating your stress response system in your body. So now this is what a lot of people miss. They realize that there's a stress response, but they don't do anything to complete the stress response. What that means is, in nature, you'll see that when animals are running away from a potential threat, for example, if you see a zebra running away from a lion, they will have that stress response. They're gonna run away, their muscles are gonna get tense. And then when the stressor is gone, when the tiger is nowhere in sight anymore, when the tiger has run away, you'll see the animals like an impala, they'll start to shake, they'll start to release that excess stress energy from the body. And then they're going to go back to their home and they'll be feeling more regulated and more safe. So what that means is a lot of us are in a stress mode and we keep the stress in our body. We don't actually get rid of our excess stress. We actually keep it in, we lock it into our body because it's weird to release stress in the workplace, right? You can't just get up and do burpees at work, or you can't just start sprinting all across the room. It would, in most workplaces, that'd be kind of weird. So we don't have that permission to let go of this stress and let go of this excess energy in our body. And that's when we get locked and stuck in this fight or flight mode. So how do you release this energy in a way that will help you get out of fight or flight, and in a way that is more, you could do it at work, it doesn't require a workout, and you could actually feel better within minutes? Well, my solution to this, as I suggest for a lot of things, is the moving meditation called Qigong. So Qigong is an ancient Chinese moving meditation that involves self-massage, gentle movement, breathing techniques, and intention to help you calm down your nervous system and help you get out of fight or flight mode. So I'm going to show you 3 movements that can help you release this sort of excess energy that's stuck in the body so that you can get out of fight or flight mode, complete that stress cycle, and let your body know that you are safe and you could actually deal with the feeling of stress in the body instead of only dealing with the stressor and escaping the stressor itself through a vacation. You have to do both, dealing with the stressor and dealing with the stress if you want to complete that stress cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those 3 Qigong movements to help you release that excess energy and get out of fight or flight mode and into a mode of safety within your body. The first movement we're going to do is called Qigong shaking. Go ahead, shake out the wrists, let the shoulders be down and relaxed, and bounce on the feet, letting the knees be soft. As you do this, just allow the whole body to relax. And you could go ahead and inhale in through the nose, exhale out a sigh, out through the mouth. You could turn left and right. Inhale as you bring the arms up. Exhale as you shake down. And continue just shaking out that energy. The second movement is a self-massage technique. So you're going to bring your hands into loose fists and knock up and down the chest. You're going to inhale in through the nose, and again you could exhale out through the mouth. You could also knock right in the middle of the chest up and down. This hits an acupressure point called the Sea of Tranquility, which helps you release excess emotion and remain calm. And the last movement is a breathing technique, and you're going to inhale when the hands come up, exhale when you push out, inhale when the hands come in, and exhale as the hands go down. So you're gathering energy up toward the chest, pushing out anything you want to let go of, breathing in a sense of calm and relief, and then storing that energy into the belly, into the body. We'll do it again. This is called Dantian breathing. Dantian's the belly center in Chinese medicine that helps you store energy that you could use later on. So the next time you're at work and you just can't find that moment of peace and you're just really frustrated and you're counting the days till vacation, I invite you to try any of these 3 Qigong strategies to help you find that moment of peace in your day so you could find that inner calm, complete the stress cycle, and let your body know you're safe so that you could have that moment of calm and you could feel better right here, right now, without needing to spend lots of money or go on a trip or on a vacation. If you'd like to learn more tips about how to manage your stress, especially if you're a busy professional, feel free to subscribe to my channel and I'll share more tips about how you could use Qigong and other ancient Chinese techniques to help you find inner peace in this moment in your daily life.